What's up, guys? As you can see, out here walking around, getting started on my new year, new me. Yeah, I know it's still October or whatever, but I just feel it. I feel it. The nip has been in the air the past couple mornings. I grew up playing basketball when I was younger, and it's something about feeling that cold air just it kind of like triggers me to get into conditioning mode. So, basketball is a winter sport. But, yeah, so I'm out here. I'm walking. I'm not doing nothing crazy because I really have let my fitness level go down. I say over the past, year, I kind of fell off. I still do some stuff now and then, but there's no routine. I'm definitely out of shape. I definitely can't do the pull-ups I could do. I can't do the push-ups that I could do, the amount of reps. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just starting off slow and steady. That's the best way for me that I learned over time is basically I make it as easy as possible for myself to do better. So I don't buy junk food. I don't buy anything that I know off rip is bad, like honey buns. Sometimes I like to eat those, now and then. I don't buy them when I'm, like this time. When I'm trying to get into my routine, get back into my fitness, I don't buy stuff like that. And then I start by adding in a few items that I know are healthy. So, I'll make sure, I haven't started back making my smoothies yet, but I'll show y'all what I do with that, because smoothies are a big part of me helping me readjust my taste buds from eating a bunch of processed food and a bunch of takeout food and stuff like that. So, yeah, we got the food, we got the easing into it, and to ease into it. So that's why I'm walking, and I'm not even power walking. I'm walking at a pace that I can just talk and talk clearly, just because it's just right now what I'm trying to do is just get my body and my mind used to doing something at the same time pretty much every day. So once I'm already into the routine, it's a lot easier for me to up the antes and, start power walking, start jogging, start incorporating HIIT or calisthenics and all that stuff, which with calisthenics, I feel like there's nothing wrong with doing them at the same time. It just depends on your fitness level. If you haven't done a push-up in years or ever, if you haven't done a pull-up in years or ever, then, it's intimidating to some people. And there's ways you can work up to being able to do a push-up, and eventually I'll show you guys all the stuff that I do to get from a lower fitness level to a higher fitness level. And so I'm not going to say I'm on zero right now, because I do still do burpees. I do still do, these things, but I just haven't had my routine, and I can tell that my fitness level has gone down. My strength level has gone down. And I can tell in my body that my body fat percentage has gone up, and that my the way some of my clothes are fitting, it's getting a couple bulges back and stuff. So yeah, we got that. We got the easing into it with the food and the walking. So what else is there that we should go over? Yeah, do what works for you. Start with what you like. If you hate tuna fish, but every blog you read about what to eat to lose weight includes eating tuna fish, Don't eat tuna fish. Don't include it into your diet. Don't do the stuff that you don't like. Find alternatives. I mean, we have Google. We have lots of resources that people, 20, 30 years ago, they wouldn't have been so easily available to them. So if something on the list of things is recommended for you, I mean, if you know you don't like it, skip it. Find an alternative. Like me, I like walking. Some people can't walk, whether it's because of where they live, whether it's because of a physical thing. They're just not in physical condition to go walking. There are other things that you can do, and we'll talk about that as well, like what you can do starting at the fitness level that you are. But the main thing is starting at the easiest point and becoming consistent with that, and then adding on from there. And so I hope that kind of gives y'all a little bit of insight on how I approach these things and how I was able to go from almost 300 pounds after I had my son, who's now 10. So after I had him, and to drop back down to the 150s and stay there consistently since then, except for when I got pregnant with my daughter again. But as you can see, I'm nowhere near 300 pounds at this point. I'm probably around like 155 if I had to guess. I'm not big on weighing just because I kind of know how this weight loss thing works, and I've done this so many times. So for me, it's not so much about the weight, but what I can say is when I get to around about 133 and 135, at least from the past, that's when I have felt like my body composition looked how I wanted it to look. Like I looked how I felt, if that makes sense. Sometimes you hit a number and you're like, dang, I don't look how I feel I would look at this weight. That's because weight is kind of not the best measurement for monitoring your progress with your fitness. At least not for me, because there's a difference in density of fat and muscle, and so going solely based off weight can kind of throw you off. More so what I like to do, of course, you can weigh yourself when you first start. And then if you really want to get deep into it, you can also take measurements around your hips, waist, neck, upper arms, your thighs. And just so that in a few months down the road, you can go back and just check. But that's only for you to just get your starting point. It's not anything for you to obsess about. It's not anything for you to keep going back and checking. It's to just see where you were when you started, so that in a month or 2 months or 3 months, you can go back and do the same measurements and compare, so that you can show yourself how far you've came, right? And to also show you that weight doesn't necessarily determine how you look and how you feel. People can weigh less than you but have less muscle than you. People can weigh more than you and not be able to run for their life. Like it just depends on what's going on with the situation. How I gauge health and fitness is, how do you feel every day? Are you in pain? Are you able to do everything you need to do in your daily life without pain, without losing your shortness of breath? Can you go upstairs easily? Does going up and down stairs cause some kind of mental panic for you? Does having to walk more than a few feet cause some sort of mental panic for you? Could you literally run for your life if you had to? Could you climb a fence if you had to? Like, these are the things that I think about when I think about health and fitness. And so it's not all about how you look. The other part of it is it's not all about how you look. We're humans. We're not AI generated. We're not Photoshop. We're not airbrushed. We have stretch marks. We have scars. We have these things, right? And, I personally feel like the more you accept yourself and you love yourself when you start your fitness journey, the faster the results will come. From my own personal experience of struggling with my weight from probably the time I was in middle school until I was probably until I was out of high school, maybe like 19, around that age, I had struggled with it. And then I still didn't really know how I lost weight back then, but now I know it's because I wasn't eating as much. But that's a whole nother story. Lost my train of thought. About keeping it off, struggling with weight. Yes. So the times when I was looking at my stomach like, dang, I wish I could just slice this roll off with a pair of scissors, or, oh, I hate the way this looks, or, oh, why can't I look like that person on TV, or whatever. Those times, it was like I would try and I would never get anywhere. I would never see results. I probably didn't even stick with it long enough in most cases to see results. But I wasn't coming from a place of self-love. And I truly believe that time when I was almost 300 pounds and I realized I wasn't able to play with my other kid, and it was just hard for me to tie my own shoe. And, I was young. Like I said, that was 10 years ago. So I started coming from a place of love. Like, dang, I love myself. I don't want to feel like this. What do I have to do to feel better? And I started learning. I started educating myself on nutrition, fitness, and all sorts of stuff. But for me, the real thing changed when I started from a place of loving myself, loving how I felt. Loving me and wanting to improve upon me, right? Whenever I started with hating me and wanted to change me out of hate, it never worked. Another mindset shift I had was when I was having struggles, it was because I was always like, oh, well, I can lose weight, but I'm not giving up my ice cream. I can lose weight, but I'm not giving up my brownies. I can lose weight, but I'm not going to do this or do that. And it's like, when I got to that place, when I was almost 300 pounds, and I said, I'm willing to do anything within reason, like anything that is within reason, that's not, dangerous, like taking a whole bunch of pills or wearing a sweatsuit for 10 hours in the hot sun or something crazy like that. Anything that's tried and true, safe method, I'm willing to do it to see the results for myself, right? And so when I got to that mindset, that was it. It was just happening. One of the things that helped me get into the mode where I was loving myself more before I even lost the weight was taking care of me as best I could at the weight that I was, right? So it was taking time to put a cute outfit together. It was taking time to put my earrings in or do my makeup if that's what I felt like I wanted at that time. Do my nails. All those other little things, those little things that you can control in a quicker instant than, taking off weight, which takes time. If you do those things and you look in the mirror, you say, damn, I look good. Damn, I feel good. I want to feel better. I want to look better. It's going to work way quicker and easier and more effectively that way. So I'll get back with you guys about some more of what I do, and I'll continue to show you some more of my journey. I'll take some pictures and stuff so that I can post them up so that y'all can see where I was of January 2024. And then by the time January 2025 comes around, I am expecting to, have some pretty noticeable changes. And right now it is October. So today is the 11th, October 11th, 2024. So that's when this video is being recorded. Again, you can see I'm just walking. You've probably seen people jog past or ride past me. I'm not sure about the angles, but I am on a walking trail. And that's another thing. If you are in a good enough shape to go walking and you have something like this available to you, like a real walking trail with trees, I recommend going there because something about being in nature is really calming too. And so it could be a good way to just get exercise and get a little de-stressing in as well. Helps your mental clarity. All right, guys. Well, thank you for, spending the time checking out the video. Let me know if you have any specific questions in the comments. If you want to see, the journey, you want to keep up with it, you know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. Yeah. And then, okay, so if you liked anything that I said in this video, hit that like button so I know. And then write it in the comments what you liked about the video. That way I can go ahead and do more of that. And then shoot, even if you didn't like something, let me know what you didn't like. Keep in mind, I can't account for that construction noise in the background. But just let me know. All right, y'all.